not live yet, right? Oh, 9 o'clock.
So, I'm sorry you have to see this, guys.
We're live. We're live.
Why don't you move over a little bit back? We're on time. We start at 9, but we're having some technical difficulties, so
It's Ramber's fault.
Yeah, he can't figure out his camera, his own camera.
Yeah.
Actually, Nobi's.
Oh, it's yours.
So it's actually Nobi's.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You're the one with the phone in the hand, so.
Ooh.
But today we are gonna talk about some interesting topics that we kind of experienced over the last couple of weeks. Not even a couple of weeks, couple of weeks. 1 week to be exact.
Over the past couple of days.
Thank you. I can't speak right because I just put a 2J in an M3, and that just
Mark
has
3.
blown my mind.
An M3?
M3. That would have blown my mind even more, to
I'm
be
sorry,
honest,
folks.
because that would just be like a little crazy. Where are you going?
I was
Think
about
of
to
the
walk
longest
over.
way around.
But it's alright. It's all
Guys,
good.
I'm sorry. Like, damn, man.
Uh,
Y'all left me to drive over there
Sorry,
setting
a
that
Mark
up.
3, put the 2J in the Mark 3, his Mark 3 specifically. 2J is in. It's beautiful. It looks beautiful. It belongs.
Yeah, it's stunning,
belongs.
man. I'm in love with it.
We'll post some pictures up on our Instagrams. Definitely, give us a follow there, and you'll see it. It's awesome. Looks freaking badass.
Awesome is an understatement. That thing is cool.
So, topic for this week.
All right, so let's get started on that.
Oh, and we have a very favorite guest, Emilio, back on our team.
Back again.
And Emilio's been working on something pretty cool too. You know what I mean? I'm a huge fan of like rally cars and Subarus, Lancers, Audis. I mean, you name it.
I'm a Quadro guy.
If it's rally, it's for me, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Absolutely.
If it's free, it's for me too, so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a rally car for him for free. Let us know.
Anything free.
So you want to tell us about the Super?
Oh yes.
Subaru?
So it's not my Supra. I wish it was.
Subaru?
Or Supra.
Yo, you're excited too like that?
Yeah,
no,
I'm
I'm
excited
about
yo.
the Supra.
Let's just give it a round of applause.
Supra's in the air.
Oh my gosh.
The
Alright.
ambience.
So it's actually Cheska's, my girl's Subaru. It's a 2016 WRX CVT engine. I was really pushing for.
Transmission.
Oh wow.
Your the excitement
You know
is in the air.
You know what?
You got a basket.
They know what you meant.
They know.
They know it.
CVT.
Yeah, but anyways,
What is
Yeah.
the engine model that's in there? I'm sorry.
the Boxer engine.
FA20.
FA20, right?
FA20.
Yeah.
It's the same motor, I believe, as the BRZ, if I'm not mistaken,
Really?
just with the turbo.
Wait, so it comes with the CVT motor in it?
Yes,
Transmission.
but
Transmission?
Yeah.
but
Well, Subaru
They-
only runs CVTs on their automatics. That's it. They've been doing it for a while now.
Wait, quick question. How does it drive? Like, because
It's-
those Subies are pretty quick. Don't
They
get me
are.
wrong. So how does it, like, how's that,
it's very smooth. It's very there's no of that. You don't feel the jerk.
shift? Sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
feel the shifting at all, which is a good and a bad thing. A bad thing I say is because you hear that constant humming that most CVT
Really?
transmissions.
You know that's weird because it's actually from my understanding it's
Mm.
actually a little different. The CVT so a little knowledge for you guys. CVT
Specific
teeth,
knowledge.
right, are shaped like this, right? So they're
Like Vs?
not facing this way.
Oh,
They're
they're
facing
shaped
like
like-
that, right?
oh.
So when they spin, it's actually supposed to be quieter.
Yeah.
So that's really weird that you would say that it's humming.
Oh no
Um, much smoother shifts, right? You know, with the dog box, with the teeth facing, with the straight cut teeth.
Yeah.
When you shift, I mean, that is like it's
Feel
in
it.
there.
Oh,
You feel it right
You
away.
feel it, you hear it.
Oh yes.
I
don't know, I-
will be right back.
No, I've never experienced a CVT transmission that does not hum. I mean, the car that she had before this was the Nissan Juke, and that thing was.
I'm not-
She hates me that I always ragged on her car.
No, I mean,
I thought the Juke
Juke
was
was pretty cool.
the Nismo
I
one is
mean,
really
like,
cool.
Yeah, nice. It's all right. It's not the best looking car, but it definitely is cool. Cause think about it. Oh, yeah, you have a. I feel like almost anything with a turbo, you can make it cool. Come on, you got all the sounds. You just throw a blow off valve, throw a little exhaust if you want.
I mean, the Nismo model would look pretty cool.
that is one was pretty cool.
I wish I can get behind the wheel of one, but
They come stick too, some of them, right?
Yeah, they do. Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
They are cool.
And also, not even that. I mean, I've heard one with a blow off valve and a catalyst downpipe.
Right.
That thing sounded pretty mean.
Really?
Pretty mean. This thing was like a little
I'm not
raspy,
doubting it. I'm not doubting it. by any
gargles
means.
and pops, and then it was slammed on some coils. It had coils on, coilovers,
Okay.
and with some nice wheels. It was a great look. It looked great. I thought it looked great because it was like a baby, like little SUV. It was
Yeah, no, because that was my biggest problem with at least the Juke. It was it felt way too small to be considered
SUV.
either a crossover or a crossover or an SUV. So
Yeah, it's not any of those things. Like in reality, it's really not. It's just a tall car.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've sat in the driver's seat. Obviously, everyone knows I'm tall, whatever. But
totally
I
fine.
think I think I'm the perfect test for any car. Really, I thought like when I got it was a stick one. It was a Nismo one too.
What?
Yeah, it was dope. It was really dope.
How are those? Are those?
They're not
those
that expensive. I don't know really. I drove it in a parking lot, so I didn't really get a chance to do much with it. I'm not gonna lie, not too comfortable for me, cause there's a lot of cars that I've driven, you know what I mean, that are small. Like I could drive an R8.
The MRS.
I could drive an MRS. I'm 6'7", and I fit in an MR2, an MRS at that, which is even smaller than the MR2 in body. And then the R8, like I fit in an R8, which is really surprising, and I was super happy about that.
You know, it must have been uncomfortable coming out because I know those are pretty low.
It's not too, it's expected.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I can't complain for that because those cars. If you're Nelby's height, you would have trouble getting in and out of that car. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to say, call me fat.
I said
I'm
height.
joking,
He said
I'm
height,
joking.
I literally
know,
said
I know.
Do you see what I do?
I'm joking. I'm just jerking your chain.
So yeah, no, yeah. So it's like, to me, it's the Juke was it was not very spacious by any means.
It wasn't quick either. I mean, at least.
The Niz, I mean, I didn't really give it a much pull, but I mean, it's not. I didn't think it felt any different. Really.
From as compared to what?
To a regular one. I drove a regular one, but it was automatic.
Right.
You can't really tell the difference. Well, you can. There's a difference, yes, but I'm saying, like, car wise, was it really that different? Nah. I think the fact that it was manual made it different.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same way as like because remember, the Nismo doesn't necessarily mean it's a faster car. It's just a Nismo kit. It's a Nismo edition, so it doesn't.
Well, it has the Nismo engine though, right?
No,
Really?
no, it's the same thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not. They don't upgrade anything on that car but the kit
Interesting.
and stuff. Yeah.
wait,
So-
but let's go. I'm sorry. Let's go back to your Subaru though. Hold
Alright.
on. You didn't tell
Well,
the guys
not-
what you guys put on though. What
Wait,
you
what
guys
did you
put?
what did you guys
Okay,
do?
so we put what was that? I forget the name or the
Video?
brand of
Video?
the pipe. I do have the video, but it didn't say it didn't show anything. But I basically just
Was it a catback?
no, it was axle back.
Like a muffler delete.
Yeah, muffler delete.
Oh,
Exactly.
nameless?
I think it was nameless,
Nameless?
but I don't want. I'm not 100%, but yeah, basically just a muffler delete. I really, I'm pretty sure.
It sounded rumbly.
Oh yeah,
It sounded yo.
I want to get
Rip it. I know. It was
I want to take out the cat out of there.
Oh,
I feel like it's yeah.
what you gotta do. I think you should go. My opinion, catless downpipe.
Yeah.
Catless downpipe, cause yo, it is. What I'm telling you, it's so easy. Like it's
No, yeah.
literally right there. It's kind of sketchy, cause with those FA20s, the turbos ones,
Mm-hmm.
the turbo's literally right underneath.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't get that far when I was working under there, but
It's
okay.
it's right up front. It's right underneath the motor. Like it's kind of scary because you're like, damn, God forbid it floods or.
Right.
I mean, of course it has a cover, but I just wouldn't feel like if you hit like a bump or a pothole or anything hard enough, I feel like you could dent the cover or something and maybe hit the turbo. I
Damn,
don't know.
really? Stock? Like that's just.
That's what I think. I could be wrong. You guys tell me.
Well, you gotta remember though, there's a lot of things that look like that on cars. To be honest,
True.
like because I noticed that like I know I bring up Audi a lot, but I noticed a lot of things like that with Audi, like the control arm in the front. It like on the Q5s, It
Oh,
literally
sit.
sits right over the tire. Like, I kid you not, the ball joint sits right over the tire.
Same thing with Benz.
It's right there.
Same thing with Benz.
But the way they have it set up, it's like set up so that would never hit it, because it's not it's an entire piece. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. So it's like connected to the rim, so there's no way for the tire to actually ever hit that. Like, there's no physical way of it hitting it unless the tire were to like blow out.
It probably just goes with it.
Yeah, it goes with it. So the ball joint's like right here. That's the tire. It's like
definitely just
literally.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a name for that kind of suspension for it. Because I know it's not like regular ball joints on like
Fearsons.
Hondas and stuff. Because
Fear shits.
yeah, something like that.
Is that supposed to help with the? Well, probably not related with the symmetrical all-wheel drive.
I don't know. I don't think it would be. I think it's just the way that they designed the car. But
For the most part.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty much it for that.
Well,
you know?
what are your plans for the? Well, what are her plans? What are your guys' plans? You guys are one now.
I really want to go stage 1 with that.
Stage 1.
Yeah, but
Yo, catalyst down pay, bro.
Those
I
cars,
know.
I hear those cars could take a tune pretty well. In
Oh,
those,
yeah.
Which is
I'm just
Excuse me,
nervous
guys.
on taking it stage 2. That's when adding a whole turbo, right? Besides the tuning.
I think stage 2, if I'm not mistaken, is exhaust, catalyst downpipe, intake, and a tune.
Because, well,
I'm pretty
the
sure.
intake is already, stage 1 is intake and that's it. And, well, aluminum airbox. But,
Well, then stage 2 definitely probably. Yeah, probably stage. Yeah. Oh.
okay.
They have so many stages, man. Oh yeah, I have a stage 3, stage 4. Man, just say what you got.
Let me cut you off right there. If you're watching the live right now, shout out to you. I really appreciate you tuning in. So what we got in here right now? We got 60K later in here. We got Kill It J in here. We got Simply Norma in here. Toast M3. Oh, this guy, he was at Club Loose with that M3. If you could see close up.
Oh, nice. Oh, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, he really liked the picture.
Oh, I remember that. Yo, that
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
was-
He
yo,
liked the
nice
picture.
car,
He
man.
liked the
That's dope.
shot that I took of it, so he was he was happy about that.
Nice.
I sent that to him right away.
That thing is
It's
sweet.
always cool meeting people at events like that too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Most definitely.
I didn't meet him there, but he saw the picture posted, like I guess from the
Man.
hashtag, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, dude, like that's fire! Like thanks." I'm like, "Yeah, definitely take it, man."
Well, I think that was my picture. Was it mine?
no,
Or I
that
took-
was
yours?
mine. Yeah, it was mine.
I took a picture of his too. Same way.
I want to get
Nice.
into the Mach E, man, but Ali just stepped out.
Oh, never mind. Speak of the devil himself.
As
Oh.
we're about to speak about this Mach E, and people are actually they want to hear us speak about this because this is like one of those things that needs to be like spoke on because
Well, yeah, no, it's the new car,
Oh,
and
okay.
everybody
Hold on.
fucking.
Showing
I just
off?
saw a video of Ken Block really wanting this car, and then obviously to eventually hoon it. So to see an electric hooned out.
can we agree that it's definitely a Ford promotion going on there with him
Yeah.
because
Oh, of course.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, he's sponsored by Ford. Yo,
Yeah,
Ford is
no,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
definitely.
I think Ford
Definitely
is
a Ford
definitely
promotion. That's what they're
Ford-
gonna give him that car.
Ford is definitely
Smart,
have been.
Show off
Oh yeah.
the new.
Oh
the new shirt.
shit!
Oh, the shirts.
Check
yeah.
out
The
the
really
merch.
Wow!
out
Wow!
some
I've been
merch.
asking you for months.
Checking that bag.
Checking the
it out.
bag.
Checking
We got
that
you, we
bag.
got
There
you.
might be one in there for you, man.
If you guys want to purchase
Boom.
some shirts, purchase some
Okay.
shirts. Let
There
us
we
know.
go.
Let us know your size and stuff. Payment
What
first.
size is that?
This is
They're big.
extra.
I think I got extras.
About
That's
to take
why.
you
That's
guys
fine.
back
It's,
to 2000.
This fits my my round and jiggly body pretty well.
I mean,
And
there's
yo, I'm
also
loving
a
the
couple
camel
other
by the
ones,
way.
yeah. I have a
You
camel
know,
one too.
Loving the camel.
I have a camel one. I have a black one. I have a red one. I don't know where I lost that red one, so I might have to get another.
Guys, if you're wondering why you don't have a shirt, like I said,
That's your fault.
it's nah. Hold on.
We tell you guys all the time,
Hold
yo, my shirts, man. They
No, all seriousness, if you really want a shirt, like just cash at me and I will get you a shirt immediately. You know what I
Whatever
mean?
color, yo, your color scheme. You guys pick out the color.
Pick out the
Bro.
color scheme and we'll get it for you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna order shirts and then not sell them. Like these shirts were orders and they're obviously still in the bag, so you can see how I'm not worried about the money part, guys. The money part is not the I did obviously I lose a few bucks. It's whatever. It is what it is. But the point of the shirts is just really to get the brand out there. It's not really about how much money I make. It really was never about the money at all by any means. It's mainly just about getting the shirts out there because I know when everyone else starts wearing the shirts and the shirts are out there, then, you know, the money is going to come eventually with those kinds of things. But really, it's just to push the brand. Really just so you guys can rock a pretty awesome shirt. I think a lot of people like it. My mom wears it. People stop her and ask her, like, what kind of shirt?
I actually got the original one on me, too.
Oh, Nelby's got the first original.
The
Yeah.
OG?
The OG.
Yeah,
it has it on the
well.
back. So
Yeah.
I ain't gonna stand up. It's a little too cold for that.
Yeah,
So,
so now if you guys really want a shirt, just, you know, shoot the DM, man. I'm not like some jerk. Like, I mean, a
Slide
lot of
in
you
them
guys
DMs,
know.
man. Slide in our DMs.
Hit me
you know what
up,
I'm saying?
man. I'm cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know?
He's cool. He's a fun
Cool,
guy.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe I made a mistake of bringing the shirt up.
Get out.
It's awesome, and one of the things that I wanted to touch base on is that I know Realist Media is the overall, like, overarching kind of thing that we're doing. You know, those are car reviews. Those are you know, this podcast and everything. But we're also gonna be doing Realist Works as well. Realist Works is kind of gonna be the garage work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We have tons of videos already. I've been filming I want to say we got at least
We
like 2
have
episodes
enough
already.
content, man. Yeah,
MK3 swap,
we
Mustang
could go
swap.
ahead and throw that on the
Yeah.
drive, by the way.
The drives, the
No, I'm saying like throw it on the drive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you can send it
yeah.
to me now. I could
Yeah,
I could do
exactly.
it.
Oh yeah, and we got his computer built.
No, yeah, yo guys, big shout out to Asif, man. He helped me out big time, dude. Like big time to help me set up.
We set up a budget of what? 200, like sub $200 bucks.
Sub $200, yep.
And we met it.
We met it completely. So it was a
Kick
good
ass
time.
computer, yeah.
No, it's just slamming.
Yeah, I
Hold on.
told them cinnamon joints, man. You can't. You're gonna like it. They're good. They're good.
And not
No,
only
no.
that,
Yeah.
not only that, we actually got a Need for Speed Underground.
Oh, yeah, we-
Underground too.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that tonight. By the way, I'm gonna play the hell out of it.
So we're definitely gonna be putting more videos up now that we have 2 editors instead of just one.
Mhm.
You know, we're definitely gonna get more content
It's
out
gonna be
there.
the 3.
Yeah, Nelby will be next.
Yeah.
So eventually.
Eventually. But yeah, so you know, we still got a whole bunch of review videos of cars that we reviewed. We gotta get yours as well, and then we also gotta get your build on there too. The
Let's just make it clear, Cheska's.
no. I'm talking about Mercedes.
Real? Oh
Big
yeah,
body.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
you're
So not for nothing, but Emilio's been like working hard on that shit. Not you know what I mean? Like.
Well,
Like some of the shit that I didn't even bother with. Like I was like, this doesn't work. Chuck it, buy a new. But he's going through injector checking. He's checking the pulses. He's checking the spray. Yeah,
The
that's
correct
crazy.
way.
The correct way, not to mention.
The
like,
correct way, literally. And how did you try to do the injector cleaning? You try to do a
gosh.
homemade injector cleaner?
yeah, but pretty much.
That's crazy.
I took a
That was dope.
what was it? A carb cleaner, and I was trying to get every individual hose. Basically, what it was it was a gas hose, if I'm not mistaken, and then I was trying to go smaller and smaller. Eventually, trying to make a whole vacuum sealed from carb cleaner to fuel injector, and then obviously wiring it up using a 9-volt battery to give it the pulse at least. It was a bit of a fail, but at least it's getting the job done. As far as
insane, man. That
Just
is-
the
yeah,
attempt
cleaning
is
it up.
pretty amazing, though, if you ask me.
yeah, I
Just the
mean
attempt.
those. I was checking for replacing one of those things. $32 per fuel injectors, and that's 8 of them.
Yeah.
So
They're not,
Wow.
You know,
German car injectors and
and
stuff
that's a cheap
Yeah,
end.
that's
You know what I mean?
cheap.
Yeah, that's a cheap end.
So when you
But
start
those
going-
other injectors were like 100 something, right? 190 or something like that.
each.
Each. The OEM one.
Even if I had money, why would I freaking pay that? That's like,
Because
Why
you have
wouldn't
money.
you?
Because you have
Because
money.
you have money, and it's an S class.
Yeah.
yeah, and
but it's old as hell.
So?
So it doesn't
Yo,
matter,
have
bro.
yo, you haven't seen the car. It is.
No. I'm not saying.
No.
I'm not saying
no,
that.
I
it's-
get what you mean.
I'm
You
just
trying to
saying.
say something, man. You trying to say something. I'm joking, man.
well, this guy is an instigator tonight.
Yeah, if you know anything about this dynamic duo, yeah, you got the person who says the wrong thing, and you got the other person flaming him.
I'll beat him up.
Man, we could reschedule this, bro. We on a
But,
So come
um,
outside.
But back on topic though, Mach-E. You guys know my feeling about it, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
the
a Ford
Mach-E.
Edge. It's just misbatched. They forgot that it was supposed to be a Ford Edge. They accidentally slapped on the Mustang, logo on it, and they're like, shit, how do we recover from this?
I'm not
I know, it's gonna be a Mustang from now on.
I'm not gonna
Let
lie,
me-
that was so sarcastic. I actually could have fallen. for
No,
that.
let me now hold on. Let me defend the Mach-E just for a second here because
It doesn't look
I'm
so
not
bad.
gonna lie. I usually hate stuff like that when they
Yeah.
come out, and I liked it a lot for some odd reason. I just felt like, is it really a bad move for the Mustang name?
So
Because I remember you explained it. You broke it down as to why it's not great for like
Yeah.
marketing, maybe or like.
No, it's great
it's
for
great
marketing.
for marketing, but
Yeah.
how it's bad in the long run eventually.
right, because if you think about it, so like the reason why they want to do it is because let's face it, the Mustang brand, right? As a brand, the Mustang is amazing, right?
Yeah,
Like-
definitely.
definitely.
Like
Legendary.
as when you think about like Corvette, you might not instantly think Chevy. You're gonna think Corvette. You know,
Just
what
the
I mean?
just
yeah.
its racing heritage
Exactly.
in general. So
Exactly, right?
Absolutely.
So imagine if they took a Corvette and they turned that into an SUV.
No, that can't work.
No, I saw a render of it, and it's
I showed
not.
you the render
It's
of it.
not terrible.
It doesn't look terrible, but it's just
it's not
reversing
part,
the
it's not
the
part of
whole-
its
It
heritage.
really
What
is.
is like? Yeah, like why are you taking heritage and making it?
Changing it to I don't know, man.
It's
Yeah,
more
but,
of a.
but don't get me wrong, right? So one of the things that I do like about it is the fact that finally somebody's actually competing properly with Tesla, right? And from what Ford is saying, right? Ford is saying that, and this is from I believe The Verge. I read it on, and Ford is saying that the SUV is just gonna be one of the models. So they're gonna do other models of the Mustang, but the SUV is like their first, their flagship kind of launch. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you're familiar with the rumor about like maybe it was a year or two ago of the Mustang 4-door. There was actually a
actually
render.
last
So-
year,
so-
last year,
last year.
or 4
And
months
I
ago.
liked it
Exactly.
a lot.
So they're planning a
I was mixed.
whole
Mixed.
brand around the Mustang. Like Mustang's gonna be like
The genesis of Hyundai.
exactly,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So they're that's the idea, right? But then imagine if the SUV just sells like hotcakes. Like everybody just goes out and buys a hot.
Do you
The
think it
price,
might outsell the actual Mustang?
No,
I-
I don't think so.
No,
I
but
don't.
no,
I think
no,
so.
yeah,
You
no,
think?
yeah,
I think so.
absolutely,
I think so.
absolutely.
You're talking about a competitively priced SUV that's all electric. You know what I mean? The only other place you can get something like that is from Tesla, which honestly the Tesla one costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're trying to price themselves very competitively, and I don't know.
And the e-tron from Audi is it's dope,
But don't forget about the Porsche, the Panamera E, I think.
but that's
or-
an
that's an expensive car.
and then the e-tron as well is very expensive. Like the e-tron is probably like a $70,000 truck.
yeah,
man.
exactly. You're talking like, we're not talking 70, we're not talking 60, we're not talking 50.
We're talking about
like
40.
low 40s. You know what I mean? For the entry level.
And then in a few years from now, the used market for it will be even cheaper,
Yeah.
which means there'll be more of them on the road. Yeah.
No,
I think
that's
so.
that's the thing with these used. How good are gonna be the used electric cars? Because you gotta think about batteries. Like
But you know,
those
there-
lithium ions. After
So
a while.
one thing that I think is that like this is my opinion. I don't think there's a research on it or anything like that. But think about it in this manner, right? If an engine right gets remade, like for example the 1J. I don't know if you remember, but like 5-6 years ago, you could get a 1J for like $800.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like $600 even. Like if you find it the right place, you can get that because there were so many of them. But then everybody started buying.
The
them.
hype.
Everybody started putting them in
I
drift
gave-
cars.
I gave in.
You know, it got the drift tax put on it. It got put. It's got the
The hype
rarity,
tax.
the hype tax, everything. And now, if you go to buy one, it's like $1,800. It's like, what? I bought mine for 11. You know what I mean? Less than 11. And it's like you can't even get that price. That's
What
like
I-
an amazing price.
Is it
now.
fair to
Amazing
say
price.
that maybe? Obviously, I'm not in no place to say this, but quantity-wise, maybe there is a limited
exactly.
quantity
what
of
I'm
these
trying to say
motors out there
is
potentially.
if let's say the batteries, right, that they use on the electric cars.
Lithium ion. I'm pretty
I
sure.
mean, they're not like engines. They're just batteries, right? So if they just continuously make all batteries and all cars end up becoming electric or whatever, I hope that never happens. I hope there's at least some gas cars. But
It's
let's
gonna
say
take a
majority.
while.
I'm just saying. Let's say
It's gonna take a
majority
good
of
while.
road cars, daily drivers, turn into all electric, right? Which is great. You know, I totally support that. Right? If daily drivers turn all into electric engines are going to be dirt cheap because you're going to have mass
batteries,
manufacturers
or
for the
electric,
batteries.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So to be honest, the used market will be great for that.
I
All you
just-
gotta do
I
is
just-
pack up some batteries.
and
boom, you're good
it
to
will.
go.
And
The only thing is the reliability. That's all I'm wondering.
well, here's
I mean, think about it. Reliability wise, it'll actually be better because there's less
it's a
moving
more
parts.
reliable car, if anything. And And one thing
But-
is electronics.
No.
Oh.
Electronics. What about them?
No, I was gonna say the only thing on that car that could potentially be unreliable is the interior electronics or exterior sensors or lights, something like that.
That is very
Typical
true.
things for a new car, though.
Absolutely.
But typical things for
I
a new
agree
car.
with that. I agree with that.
You
But
know?
I think over
40,
the years,
you said
it'll
40K, right? I'm sorry.
yeah, around 40.
Come on, can you
43,
really
43,
beat that though?
Yeah, but like you said,
40K for
the
that?
electronics. How good are they gonna
Ford
electronics to
hasn't
be?
really been the best. For
I mean,
that.
it's a headache to deal
So-
with any sensor or any electronic problem.
For 40K too?
I mean, for 40K,
But
it might be
You're
worth it,
saying
but
40K, like that's a
can't-
lot.
No, I'm
and
saying
you-
that's too cheap for if you're
Oh.
trying.
No, but think
Oh.
about it though. It's not as high tech as you guys think it is. You know,
I don't
It's-
think it is.
No, it's just the screen in the middle. That's it. I mean, yeah, it has all those sensors to like show your 360-degree lane changing.
We're talking
lane
about the-
assist and
the
stuff like that.
Mustang?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Mustang.
okay.
Like it has all the technology, but those technologies already exist, like in other cars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the main technology that it has is that little, that little screen,
Screen.
that it has, and that's it.
It's actually
You know what I
smaller
mean?
than the.
Which, to be
Tesla.
honest, I mean, tablet technology has gotten to the point where it's literally like.
Plug and
I
play.
think
Like,
that's
you know.
just inevitable. Every car is going to have that tablet.
Yeah,
Every
big
car,
ass-
much
every
as I
car is
don't-
starting to have it.
Yeah.
Literally, every new car has a tablet screen. The new Accord.
Yep.
Oh, the Camry is the only car that does not have that. The
Really?
only sedan that does not have a tablet screen. They're keeping it. They're keeping the integrated. And you know what? The reason why companies they're doing the tablet thing is because it's cheaper because they don't have to mold in a space and build everything from behind a screen. So it's actually costing them less money to just
So
smack a
it's-
screen onto it and just that's it.
But smack a screen onto the.
Onto the dashboard and put it in the middle a big screen. Because look, when we talk about a tablet screen, it could be like literally like on the dash itself, or it would be on the dash and partially sticking up.
And also, I mean, you could put instead of having so many buttons, you could have it all on the screen.
Yeah.
If you actually the radio,
Like I said,
climate
they're-
control.
Yeah,
they're talking
definitely.
like
And they do already,
advancements
which is-
in
which
voice
is insane.
and
True.
voice activation and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Range Rover.
Things like that. Yeah, it's getting better, and I think if the more we concentrate on that technology, it'll just get better, right? So that's why I mean, like in a couple of years, yeah, the used market may be
Dude,
really.
it's
And the
gonna be
coolest thing
helpful.
of all is that
You build this-
to really get it like
Ooh.
better, all you gotta do is a BIOS upgrade.
Mm.
Like, you
And I
know,
don't
like a
wanna-
computer.
I
Like,
don't
that's
wanna-
what it is. It's a computer.
I don't want to
Yeah,
lose
definitely.
my train of thought here before someone else takes over. But no, just
It's going along.
yeah,
Going
yeah,
along, and it's derailed. Derailed.
derailed.
Nah.
Derailed. No, so I have a theory. I think every car company, every car manufacturer, they know. This is probably something they're not telling the public. They know, and we kind of all know that cars are gonna all be electric at some point because everything is starting to become electric, right? So, I think as we get older, right?
Don't remind me.
I say, people are saying within like 5 years we're gonna have straight up electric cars. Doubt it.
Nah,
There's
No way.
too many cars in this world. There's still cars from the 50s around. What makes you think that in 5 years every car on the road is gonna be electric? It's false. It cannot happen because there's too many cars already made. You know
I
what
mean, let's face it. Lawmakers can do whatever they want. They
They
can put
can-
a huge tax on your gas. You know what I mean?
They can do it, but who's
Yeah.
gonna? The car guys are not gonna give a damn.
Nah,
I think
I think
eventually it will.
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna
Wait,
give
wait.
a damn.
I mean, yeah,
but-
we're
We're
gonna
gonna
this
give
matter,
that,
right?
and you're gonna see less people coming to car shows because they don't have the money to.
Trailer it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trailer it, or actually just trailer it,
Yeah.
or just keep it off the road.
But we're I feel like we're a long way from every car becoming electronic because our
But now-
utility vehicles are
It's
still
a very, very long way.
Well, wait, what are-
our utility cars
What
are
are your-
still
gas?
gas.
Wait, quick question. So, what are your estimates? Like, how long do you guys predict?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
20 years.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
20 years. 2
20.
decades, I think, is more than enough time. Think about computer technology, right? How long
Absolutely.
did it take computer technology to get
well,
like in everybody's
yeah,
pocket?
okay.
20
Yeah.
years. So I think
Oh,
that-
yeah. That's
Yeah, I
very
keep
true.
forgetting you got to think of it as more of a computer aspect rather than a car aspect.
Right. Because like one you talk about utilities, U.S. Express, right? A company that we're very familiar with, just got get their delivery of electric trucks. You know what I mean? Ford just came up with the very, very high torquey, all electric F series.
F4, yeah.
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 So I mean, the utility vehicles are going to move that way too, because not for nothing,
the
but
development
gas
of them,
prices are skyrocketing.
but the
It's really
development of these
disgusting.
guys, and you know what it is too. a sad fact is that we're gonna run out of resources for cars, and like gas and oil and all that. That's resources from Earth itself. You know what I mean? So it's like we can't keep. They know that this can't continue for like another 50 years because we're just not gonna have it. So we're gonna have to go electric, right? But with the electric cars, and this goes back to the Mach E, a car like that, that's gonna be a car that's gonna be desired by a lot of people because the simple fact it's a Mustang, right? It's affordable. So if it's a $40,000 truck, what is the depreciation on a Mustang product within 5 years of it being released?
So Mustangs do have a very steep depreciation, right? They really do. But
Most any American though.
right, most American
Domestics.
vehicles.
Junkyards
domestic
are
vehicles-
filled with American cars.
Yeah,
Domestics.
but to be honest, one thing that I've also still noticed though, like you go online and you try to buy a V8 Mustang,
Yeah.
that's actually running and is good and
But
it's a decent
actually,
condition.
with decent low mileage
It's
too.
still gonna be like
5K.
5K.
5K,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it's supercharged, 8K. If it's some crazy engine in there or like some crazy swap, you know what I mean? Like a 351 Windsor, it's like it's like it goes up. It goes up.
You gotta do the zoom in on that edit.
Well, this is live, so there's no.
no, just
It would.
That
We're
would
here
be-
raw for you.
It's like
yeah.
No, but yeah, that's the thing though. Like I think, believe it or not, I think in the future when at 20 years from now, it'll be like iRobot. You know what I mean? Where like gas engines are like nobody really even cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have to
And
ask.
like those enthusiasts will be really like.
I have to ask.
Go ahead. I gotta make a point after this stuff.
No, go ahead. Because go
The
ahead.
Camaro, the all-electric Camaro
Is that-
drift car.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. That's
So
pretty.
so racing is not gonna go away.
Nah, nah,
drifting is not gonna go
definitely.
away. It's just gonna. I mean, guys, have you
It's
seen?
just gonna be quiet.
It's gonna be quiet.
I think
It'll just be a speaker. V8 noises.
Nah, but I will say though, like for sure though, when that happens, they're gonna lose. Car enthusiasts is not. It's gonna.
I actually disagree with that. To be honest, I think because
I'm
like if
mixed.
look at Formula E, right? And that's the point that I want to
to
bring
be
up.
honest, I can't
Formula
stand
E,
it.
really?
Yeah, I can't stand
Oh
it.
my god, I love it. It's like Mario Kart, real
Yeah,
life.
you were
know?
telling me about it. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Really?
But
It's so cool. Like they have like on the tracks, they have like speed boosts.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They have like different like mechanics that like the fans can root and like give boost to their drivers. Like that's crazy. Like that actually engages your fan base.
That's
more.
cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was just they're all the
Just
same
electric-
kind of
no,
horsepower
no.
electric cars. You throw them
Well,
on the track.
I don't know if you know this, but all F1 cars are built pretty much very specific to spec, right?
Yeah.
They just have a lot of top secret technologies behind the action that each team does. Like different configurations and stuff like that. Of aero and different things like that. But every single one of them are the same too. I mean, the same thing with NASCAR. I mean, they just have like little tweaks here and there.
that
but
the
they're all
team
same.
does, that they implement. Like different parts from different brands. Like, you.
I think it's actually from the same brand.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's all
The
have
same
to be
brand?
used for the same brand. Yeah. The little things are pretty much aero and configuration as far as the tuning. That's all it comes down to, and those are like guarded secretly by the companies. You know what I mean? But yeah, like if you think about it, that's racing, and that's where the racing gets fun. Everybody's neck and neck. You know what I mean? Just
That's
imagine,
true.
Imagine like, how do you
But
feel
that's
when
a
you
racing
go when you go
aspect,
drag
though.
racing, right? And you're in like a Mustang, let's say V8, right? And some dude shows up with a Lamborghini. You know, what I mean? It's kind of like, all right, we know who's gonna win. The guy with the more, bigger wallet. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah, true.
it kind of takes the fun aspect away. But imagine if everybody lines up with the same kind of car, different
I gotta
brands,
disagree with you on
and
that.
their shifts is what matters. Their takeoff is what matters. Their reaction speed is what matters.
I gotta disagree with you on what you said before with the Lambo and the Mustang.
yeah,
Because-
I think I know where he's going to.
Because we, as
Yeah.
much as we can't, we are gonna all okay. How do I say this? We're all gonna admit this. It's always good to see an underdog win,
Yes.
and in a quarter
Absolutely.
mile, and that
No,
is
of
the
course.
best feeling.
Come
about
on, guys.
racing.
Ford versus Ferrari's out now. You know what I mean?
I still haven't
I
seen
mean
it.
that. Yes, absolutely. But I mean, can you really say that the Ford GT40 is an attainable car?
Hell no.
No, not by any
But a
means.
Ford Mustang is, and a Lamborghini Mercy is gonna whoop its ass. Unfortunately.
Dang, you said
Unless
that-
now,
Oh,
I say when I say a Ford, like Mustang GT, let's say, right? I'm saying stock. You know what I mean? Stock to stock.
Okay.
For sure.
But if you look at
Yeah.
the tuner market, on the other hand, you know what I mean? Guys who like wrench on their cars and bring it to the hell yeah, that Mustang's gonna scream down that thing. It's gonna like
With
leave
a
that shit
tune, I'm
behind.
sure he could whoop that ass.
No,
You
no, with
know?
the same amount of money, hell yeah.
No, but that sort of proves his point, though,
Right,
right?
right.
I
So,
mean,
so that, but exactly. But that's the kind of point I'm trying to make is that it's kind of about how big your wallet is and what you bring to the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, at the
no,
end of the day.
definitely. I see what you're saying
Yeah.
like about that.
But with sanctioned and like moderated racing, all cars are equal. Like in the aspect of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, a little arrow here, a little thing there, but
So, what can you do when they have these electric cars? All right, say you have these electric cars. What else can you do besides put them in
there's no
ludicrous mode?
There's
Take some
no.
weight
That's
off.
the thing. There's no. Now you're eliminating the teamwork effort of tuning. You're eliminating.
no, you're not.
I
No,
think
you're
you just
not.
I mean, it wouldn't
Computer
be
work.
tuning; it would be programming. I
Yeah,
It would be
think.
programmed,
yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so you take away all the gearheads and you bring computer programmers.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Just like. But think about it.
It
think
sounds
about
like
as
a dirty-
as industry changes,
It's
we
not
have
even.
to
It's,
change.
it's
right?
not even that.
As industry changes, we have to change. Think about it. Like, how many coal miners do you know?
None.
But back in the day, those are the guys who were buying houses. You know what I mean? Those are the guys that were making the white collar, like not white collar, but like, white picket fence lifestyle. You know what I mean? But now, if you don't know if you don't know anything about technology, I guarantee you're probably not making as much.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
definitely,
So
definitely.
it changes with the ages. You know what I mean? At that point, it was the industrial age. Now we're at the tech age. Now we're at the high tech age.
But
you know what
I
mean?
just
That's
feel
how it is.
like
Man,
over.
it's getting deep.
No, because no, but you know what? Then for sure, what
It's
you're
a-
saying
it's
is
a
for sure.
conversation that needs to be held.
It's
Yeah, it is.
for sure what you're saying, but this is definitely over the course of 20 years. Definitely.
Oh, most definitely.
The development and the not even the development of the cars. We're talking about the development of the people because
I want to see.
we're talking about generations now of people who are gonna grow up, and in reality, what fun aspect about cars are they gonna? Well, all right, if the cars look cool, you know what I mean, then that's what's gonna drag.
I'd
them.
rock that Camaro, that all electric
But
drift car.
we're
Camaro.
not gonna
I'd rock
have
it
an
so
electric
bad.
Camaro in the future.
No, don't. I wouldn't say that.
I don't
No,
think,
I
think
don't
about
think
it.
so.
Tesla Roadster's
I don't
coming
think
out.
so.
That's a Lotus. That's a Lotus with electric,
Yeah.
internals. You know what I mean?
1.8.
1.8 0 to 60, man.
That thing's gonna break your
What?
neck. Man. You're crazy. You better bring a neck brace and all. like-
Look, man, I'm not against the electric thing, man. To me, it's just
It's
It's
kinda
funny
scary.
because like
You're-
kinda scary.
it's
we've
scary
been
because
actually
you're
arguing
eliminating
back and
like
forth about this,
Look-
right? And I've been taking the side that we need to stick to the roots. We like flip sides. Now, I think for the whole Mustang conversation, I honestly believe that they should have done a lineup. You know what I mean? Ford Escape, all electric. Ford Mustang, all electric.
Oh, yeah.
Ford, you know what I mean? They should have done that. You know what I mean? They're only
Right.
coming.
That's
Huh?
more money, though. That's
It's
more
more
risk
money,
too.
but I feel like
More
when it
options.
comes to it's more options, and I think more people would have bought more. You know what I mean?
Okay, but
Across the board, because it could all be the same. Think, you know what? Think about it in this aspect, right? Have you guys ever heard of the XMR rifle?
nope.
Right? It's a fully modular rifle. You want a sniper rifle? You just pop on a new barrel. You want a machine gun? You just pop on a new trigger.
Oh.
So think about the car, right? The car, you're gonna get like the same amount of torque out of it, right? So it's gonna be a very torquey engine. Keep the base and the
Battery.
subframe the same. Just change out the body.
okay.
You know what I mean? Make it a modular body. Like if you want an SUV, pop on an SUV body. You want a coupe, pop on a coupe body.
That'd
Like,
be pretty cool.
you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be that much more expensive. Body is not that hard, not as
No,
expensive
I
as.
mean-
But
you know what
I
mean?
just I don't know, man. Like
Don't steal my idea.
I
This
think-
is live, so.
Yeah.
Wait,
we'll copyright you.
I was gonna
Stop
say,
playing.
what do you think? I don't think I think they put it into like the Mustang lineup just so they could sell because
I think so.
I was
It's,
gonna get
it's
to
all
that.
brand.
Yeah.
It's all
It's all
brand.
brand.
It's
That's
just
it.
to sell.
the
It's
Edge
just-
isn't gonna sell.
Come on,
the Escape isn't
It-
selling.
and I tried to tell you
The
that.
No,
I'm like,
Ranger's
I'm the
not
one who's
selling.
telling you.
but I was.
I'm telling you guys.
We were
now.
arguing about it.
We're on live,
I'm
so
telling you
I
that,
told y'all.
that it's all about the brand.
Yeah.
It's all about the
It's all
brand.
about
But-
branding. You're right.
Yeah, because like, think about it. Like, who are you gonna buy an Edge just because it's all electric? Like, nah, no one was buying it before, so they're not gonna buy it now.
It's true.
And like now, you make a nice little coupe style, SUV,
like crossover,
electric
yeah.
Mustang. And the back even looks like a Mustang.
Is it like a little slanted?
It's a coupe. It's like a coupe. Yeah.
It looks kind of
Okay.
like an X6, if I'm not
X6,
mistaken, right?
G-
GLE coupe.
It looks good.
Yeah, it, does
It
look
looks
good, I'm not gonna lie.
really good. Like
Yeah, I
that
like it.
surprised me. And you gotta understand that these electric cars, they're starting to look more simple than the cars with actual engines in them.
Yeah.
The Tesla is a very simple looking car.
One
Yeah,
thing I
of course
want
they're
to
gonna care.
kind of touch on, right, and kind of want to segue into the next conversation is, you know,
Movie girl.
we say 20 years, right, but you know, as when you think about it from a socio-economical way, right,
Yeah.
globally, gas prices have been going up like crazy. You know what I mean? Like diesel is now like 306, you know what I mean, per gallon, which is insane. When like literally just 5 years ago it was like under two. You know what I mean? Or yeah, just a little under two, or rather in the $2 range, right? Now, what I'm trying to get at is that you guys don't think that politics is gonna get into this. You know what I mean? And
Almost
you don't think they're gonna be like, all right, listen, no more loud cars. No more wrenching on your own car in your backyard. No more motors on the roadway. Only all electrics.
Well,
We're coming up with the trade-in program. You get this much credit. You trade in your gas engine. You get an electric car.
Sounds like California.
and they're gonna
or
throw away.
something.
They're gonna throw away all the gas powered cars and another thing. We'll scrap them to make more electric cars.
Exactly.
The thing is though,
Damn.
that's kind of already a thing though.
Yeah.
Like with just technically, we're not allowed to work on cars in our yards.
Well, some states, yeah,
Some
you're absolutely right.
states.
But Jersey, technically, you're not.
You're not, as long as it's covered. You are. As long as it's covered, it is. It has to be insured. It has to have a license plate. Now the license plate is a little wonky, right? But it has to be insured. It has to be registered, like all that. It has to be a road legal car, even if it doesn't. It's not even road capable.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Jersey, you suck.
But California's
Wow.
like that, you know.
I know.
I think the freest.
The first one's gonna be California.
Yeah,
That
but
sounds
to
Wait,
be,
have you
to
ever
be
been to
completely
Cali,
honest,
by
they
the way?
need it though, man.
I was just about to say
They
that.
really
They really
need.
need that.
They have a really bad smog issue over there.
Not only
Very
smog,
bad.
but like traffic and just
Yeah.
like it's
So,
insane.
yeah.
Those-
Gas is like mad expensive out there,
What are those 8 lane? Each side is 8 lanes and stuff.
and
Yeah.
it's still like gridlock traffic. One thing I do like about Cali is that they allow motorcyclists to split lanes, which
Yeah.
by the way helped me out like crazy.
Interesting.
Because I mean that's what got me. I think that's one of the influences of getting me into biking was the fact that
Late
I had to sit in traffic while I could just be like whatever, guys.
Yeah, man. You know,
But
California definitely needs it. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, shout out to my guys in Cali, man. For real, for real. Cali, man. Their car scene is absolutely like beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful,
mad
man.
clean,
different.
super clean.
Very
And
different.
I think it's very competitive out there too.
No.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think so because like if you think about it, right, you're constantly under the shadow of like the higher echelon of like the pay grade, right? So like you're always around like crazy cars, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to compete with that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
With your cars that may not be as expensive as $1 million, superstar, but you know just because you're an enthusiast, you kind of just have to compete. It's just cause.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Make it your own.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
own
Like
way, your own
like
taste.
Teggy Tom, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shout
he
out
even
to
said
Let's face it.
his car is awesome, but he
Yeah.
said like their cars over there are even better.
Yeah.
And
And over here, we're like drooling over it. It's so
yeah,
clean.
And
it's,
my boy Mig is out there. My boy Mig and Jeff. Shout out to Mig and Jeff, man. Those are my guys out there. And you know the car scene over there. One, if you're driving a Honda, it's very scarce. Very scarce.
Yeah.
You have to literally be super protective of your car. Mig told me.
it's pretty scary.
He showed me multiple videos of people going on his lawn, on his driveway, to like literally like scope out his place to see the cars. Like he had an EK in the garage, with an H2B in it, right?
Ooh.
And then he had his EG coupe that had like a rare set of sprint hearts on it.
Yep.
Yeah, like the first Type R Integra, like the first one was 4-lug.
Yeah.
He had those wheels spec'd out for that car, and he got the lug conversion on the EG coupe, which is super rare. So, and he thought maybe because they did steal the car, unfortunately, they eventually did get him. Unfortunately, like he tried so hard. Like he even came out a few times chasing after guys, like running,
That's fair.
trying to like break into his cars, and after they stole his Civic, they put up fences and stuff like that, and he left it on the street one day because he was tired. He came home late. He locked it up, but they broke in. They put the e-brake down. They rolled it down the street, bro.
Oh,
on
wow.
video, and to
That's
this
crazy.
day he can't find his wheels, and it's crazy because it's such a rare speck of a wheel, and you still can't find it, and it's like California, the car scene is so big out there that it's probably like it's gone. That's
Yeah.
it.
Probably not even in the state anymore.
Yeah, man, and it's like, damn, you know,
That's
like
fucked.
that
So,
just goes to show you like the scene out there, you know, and
Speaking of car scenes, right? I mean, we're we go to R.I.P. Streets, and then we went to
This
this
Friday.
new one. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I gotta do a little quick tune before we go.
oh, you're gonna take this?
Oh, wait, yeah, for real?
Well, I'm gonna try to at least make it to Bunker Hill. I don't know though. I don't know about the deeper
Shh,
spots.
Mexico, man, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yo, Mexico, Mexico. No, you.
We're going to Mexico
We're going to
tomorrow,
Mexico,
man.
Damn.
You
I'm
owe me a
lost.
soda.
I thought we were going to.
We're going we're going to Mexico tomorrow. You know,
Oh my
rip
god.
streets.
Nah,
It's gonna
yeah,
be
man.
awesome.
It's
But anyways,
gonna
yeah,
be
just got a
dope.
little too. But
Mexico.
what do you guys think about like the whole thing? Like the last car meet we went to, right? Completely quiet. Nobody doing burnouts.
I don't know what
Nobody being
happened.
stupid.
Very
Nobody
chill.
doing anything.
Very
People
chill, very
literally
chill.
like just showing up, parking their cars. You know what I mean?
Talking.
Going to Dunkin' Donuts, going to the local shops, right?
Yup.
And then cops still come in, be a bunch of assholes about it, and still kick us all out.
He's
Like he was
angry.
literally saying, I heard from his light speaker saying, "You better never come back here again." All right, let me not shop here anymore. All right, cool. I'll never come back.
Yeah,
to Clifton.
you know,
Like, are you,
Definitely
like,
did it
yo,
wrong.
that is
Definitely
stupid.
did it wrong.
That
No,
is
it's-
stupid.
And then
and that's happening
Redundant.
everywhere.
no, but you know, and
That
it's
is
funny
happening
because I've
everywhere.
seen cops in Clifton actually. Like there was this one meet I went to,
Mexico.
and by
That's
it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah,
man.
nah, man.
Well,
But
At
nah,
least, at
look,
least for the
Clifton-
past meets.
That's different. That
Clifton
no,
police.
RIP is different. But look, anyways,
yeah.
so the LA Fitness were there. There was already 2 cops there when we pulled up, but cars are still continuously pulling up. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, those meets sometimes suck, and it was pretty lit. And there was 2 cops in there, and one of them was walking around, literally looking at the cars.
That's pretty cool.
And he was talking to the dude that like was hosting the meet, and he was like, you know, he was like, nah, I mean, look, honestly, like if someone starts revving or doing a burnout, then we're kicking you guys out. You know what I mean? Because people, like, if we get one call, like, you guys gotta all go. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not like we really, really want to. Like, that's why we're just chilling here. So like, they don't, you know, if they call the cops, we could just say we're here already. But like, if you guys start revving and they call again, then we're gonna have to kick you guys
I mean, I
out.
understand the whole
That's understandable,
noise
though.
aspect,
Yeah.
Very
but you
understandable.
saw that meet, man. There was none
No,
of that
it was
going on.
it was so chill.
It
Everyone
was
was
chill,
parked
like, everybody was, you know,
facing each other. You know, it was
Right,
really
they were all in
organized.
the parking lines too. Like nobody
Lit-
was parked stupid, nothing.
Literally, they were all
Like, I
like.
think I was parked stupider than the guys that were already there.
Oh,
with my
you have
giant ass
a,
truck.
oh, you have a dually, so it's like,
No, but like
It's
to
like-
me that didn't make sense, you know, as to why they like go and all, you know, kick everyone out, because it's like, dude, like
yeah, and he
why are you
also
so
threatened them.
uptight? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he
he was like,
threatened
oh, it's
them.
like you guys have no front plates, you have tints, and then
Tint,
he's like,
yeah,
you
like-
guys better get out of here, and I'm like, dude, like, why are you being a dick?
Yeah,
like,
it's parked in a garage. Like
you
know what I mean?
like you
Parking lot.
you know what the
Parking lot,
problem
whatever.
is with certain things, like I guess when you're a cop and you don't have like, if you're not a car guy, you're not gonna see that way. You know what I mean? Even some cops that aren't car guys, they're not gonna go and do dickhead stuff like that. But
Right.
you know,
It just sucks.
it sucks. And you know, I just feel like that's one thing like
So-
for sure that needs to evolve is like police officers when it comes to car stuff, because they're a little bit uptight about that kind of thing, and I feel like
Right.
it's not fair to be uptight about
and,
that.
and
'Cause-
here's my honest opinion, right? If you really think about like, think about the car show that we went to, right? Completely chilled. Everybody was,
Calm.
being good, being
Yeah,
calm,
good.
just chilling, just hanging, right? When you discourage people who are actually being good, you know what I mean, and actually like chilling and like doing the right thing, right? And you discourage them from doing these car meets, the only people you invite are the people who are gonna act stupid.
And that's the thing. It's
You know what I
usually
mean?
those
That's it.
guys that do come back, and it's
they
like,
gonna
That's what I'm
feel
saying.
froggy. They gonna be like, ah.
Think about it.
Yeah, it just raises the stakes more, like you know what I mean.
we don't
Like,
go to car meets a lot because we know the dumb stuff that could potentially happen. But
Right.
are we those guys? We're definitely not.
Yeah, I mean-
Are there guys there
Oh,
that do?
by the way, you want to tell them the news?
Oh, about the meet?
Huh?
About the meet?
Yeah,
Oh,
about the meat.
You. So yeah, guys. So in the springtime, we're gonna try to do a
Not
car.
as big friend, man. Soon.
Oh, soon. I didn't even know about. All right, so it's news for me too.
All right, soon.
Oh,
Because here's the idea, right?
I want springtime.
And
Let
this is
me
what
let me announce it. Let me announce it.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
announce
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So look. We're gonna be doing a car meet. We're gonna do
test meet.
a test meet. So pretty much, I'm gonna invite a bunch of guys out to see how many people we could gather up, and just literally park up, chill. We'll take photos, hang out. You guys, if whoever comes out, we don't know them. We talk to them, get to know them, show them the channel and everything like
Got
that.
a photographer out there too,
Yeah.
taking pictures. So everybody who comes out there who wants their pictures, by all means, let us know.
Yeah,
We'll send it
absolutely.
out there.
We'll email it to you guys and
we're gonna
stuff.
be,
Yeah.
we're gonna have T-shirts, stickers, and everything available there as well. And like I said, it's gonna be us first. All the people that we invite. But if you guys want to come out, by all means, But
Yeah, I would like to see everybody there. Just come out, talk to us. We talk to you. Let's just talk about cars and stuff, man.
chill,
Like just the regular stuff we do.
This isn't like RP Streets or
Nah,
any of those
definitely
kind of
not.
This is just a chill get together. We're not gonna do any two-step battles or any like crazy stuff like that.
Nope.
We're gonna keep it chill.
Keep it civilized.
And-
Just keep it civilized.
And with
'cause,
that, we're gonna actually, if that goes well, we're gonna lead this up to actually hosting
Charities, like charity
a
events
good.
and stuff.
We're gonna try to host a charity event soon, like definitely in the spring, man.
yeah, that's
and
definitely.
I have a handful of guys with some cool cars, that I know will come out, especially for a charity. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I could get my cousins to bring their race cars out, like with the 1.8 Corolla with the slicks. I get my other cousin to bring his MR2 out with the slicks. Just bring them on the trailer, put them out and park them. It's gonna be cool that they're sitting in front of a trailer because they're obviously race cars.
Right.
And then
Even if
I
they're
know.
just on the trailers,
And
too.
then well they're closed trailers. That's all.
Oh, okay.
So
Never mind.
and then also then you have your Supra. We have this one. This one's not. The other one's not gonna be done by then, but that's fine.
Shh, they don't know that.
You
You don't know that?
They don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
Maybe
either.
I don't know that, but
He doesn't know that.
I don't know that.
the
I
point
don't
is,
know that. I'm joking.
I'm lost.
It'll get done by the spring.
get out.
I'm the one hooking you up with the Super.
He
You tell
lives-
me to get out.
He lives here.
I'm just kicking people out because I don't know.
No
Nah.
matter what you do.
But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a charity event. Asif came up with the idea that we do a charity for the firefighters, man. The firefighters, I feel like no one really acknowledges them 100%. Like, they get acknowledged, but I feel like we should do something for
They
them
risk their
because
lives.
they
Yeah.
really risk their
No,
lives.
they do,
man.
and it's mostly like the old or the classic cars that usually do that type of stuff.
Yeah, we
For,
gotta get the tuner seat in there.
No, we
too,
gotta
right?
get man, and honestly, I want to do something for the police officers too, man. Like, let's
We're gonna host the meeting.
Nah,
with the police
yeah,
officers.
yeah.
Everybody's gonna go home with the ticket.
no.
As long as
that
you do
muffler's
it
not
officially,
correct.
like you.
Here you go. That thing's not.
No,
You
correct.
just
no,
killed.
Thank
You
for your
just killed.
charity.
You just killed an idea
No,
that could
listen.
get cops to actually like
Listen.
fuck with car guys
I know,
because
I know. So one thing that I gotta point out though, right? If we do something like that, right? That's definitely an evolution towards it, right? But I think that's gonna be more down the line when we get an actual like legit spot.
100%
right?
down the
Yeah,
line. We could
yeah.
actually rent out a spot,
yeah,
get
exactly.
the insurance for
But
it and all
I
that
have
good
a
stuff.
couple of connections local here with fire departments who are like that are local fire guys. What are they called? Volunteer firemen, right?
Yeah.
So like I know a couple of those guys, and I know they have like empty parking spots where they keep their fire trucks and they do the washes and stuff like that. So we can easily if we do an event for them, they'll be happy to do something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And because it's on private property and we are actually making sure that we get their permission, then by all means it's good to go.
And we're donating the proceeds to
Proceeds
them.
to them, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And that's
So-
what's important, man. Like,
And that's exactly how the events are gonna go.
Mhm.
I think it's great that I think we definitely need to support more more firemen, policemen. I was joking about all that.
no,
We definitely do.
let me actually explain to you my
EMC,
point
all
with
those
the
stuff.
with the police officer thing. Now a lot of people probably be like, like F12 and all that shit. Like, look, you don't know F12.
Oh, no, not F12. F12.
No.
Oh, see if you just showed your age to the entire audience.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm a little older. It's okay. I get it.
Nah, look, so I just feel like that's exactly what we needed because this is where I always thought about this. Like, I would like to do a meet for the police officers because maybe they feel like, oh, these car guys are jerks. They don't give a fuck. They're disrespectful. It's all right. That's not true. We
Not entirely
Not
true.
entirely
I mean,
true.
we can't speak for the entire culture because
No,
there is those.
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's but our type of idea of a car meet is just chilling. Like what real car enthusiast, like being a real car enthusiast is about. It's just
Yeah.
hanging out,
Like
looking at the
yeah,
cars because
exactly.
there's a place to do this kinds of stuff. And we just go. We have a nice meet with really nice cars, you know, and we have a obviously if it's gonna be a charity event for police officers, there's gonna be police officers there, but that's a perfect time to actually speak with police officers and get them on our side, so they don't have to be so uptight about car guys doing car meets and like that's my view on it. And there's potential to grow something like that.
Let them understand our side and
yeah,
our
man,
point
like
of view.
that's the problem.
Especially if we're just chill like that. Like if it's just a chill meet, we should let them know our point of view. Like hey, like even though we're like hanging out, why we're buying stuff from the businesses like that are actually like
yeah. So one of the things like I said, that's one of the main reasons I wanted to bring that up is that I really do think that's why I think there's a huge disconnect between racers. I can't even say racers from
the car scene.
From the car scene and like the
Law
law.
enforcement.
You know what I mean? Because like I really do think they think like it's like a cop and robber game. You know what
It's
I mean?
not.
Really not
Well,
anymore. It's
I mean, if you
not
think
all the
about
time.
a lot of upgrades or modifications that people do, it's technically
it's
against
very
the law.
very
It's-
pushing the edge.
yeah.
Absolutely. But I think like it also has to do with the personality that's out there too. You know what I mean? I think they're like the car scene has become kind of toxic if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Every meet you go to, it's like some idiot is out there two-stepping his car.
One guy. It's always just
It's
one
just
guy.
and then
Yeah.
that one guy and it
turns into
multiplies.
3, and then it
Yeah.
turns into 4. and 5,
Yeah,
and then
oh,
6.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
Like the
half the meet is
like the Montclair
two-stepping.
meet that we went to, right? Everybody was chilling, everybody was doing,
The red Camaro.
and the red Camaro just out of nowhere just.
I got a really good video of that thing too,
Yeah,
and
I know.
and
I wanna see
it was cool,
Yeah, I
but
wanna
it
see
was
that
cool,
too.
and I posted it up, and then Omar hit me up. He was like, "Dude, do you have the video of that thing? Like that guy, like we got like it was a little bit of trouble for us because of that." Like I'm like, "Nah, actually, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I told him so. I'm like, sorry, but like I didn't think it was like. Don't get me wrong, it was cool in the moment, but like
It was cool.
I
I'm
thought
not
about
gonna-
you after like you guys like that's definitely not cool. Like they're
Yeah.
doing that on school
And you want
grounds.
to tell who Omar is, by the way.
Oh yeah, so Omar is he's pretty much he's founder of MSU.
One of the founders.
One of the
MSU.
founders of MSU.
The car meet.
Yeah.
Car
show.
Definitely
Um,
not the founder of MSU.
Founder of the MSU car club.
there you
MSU
go.
modified.
MSU car club.
Motorsports United. That's just another thing too.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that's.
I thought it was like Montclair State
It's
University
MS.
car club.
It's MS.
MSU car club.
No,
MSU.
no,
Anyways, anyways.
Anyways,
Fucker.
yeah.
Hey, like your language.
They'll be fine. They'll be all right.
The MSU go follow them. They're pretty.
Anyways,
Continue.
back
Yeah,
to
no.
the
So
point.
so yeah. And he was able to build a great car show from just a car
Yeah.
meet.
Yeah.
That's all it started with, and then later on in his car meets, you start to see Vipers.
Oh, that
you seen a-
DTR. Oh no.
Yeah, then you'll see.
that
Then
DTR.
then
That
one
was
time
it.
we went.
The,
A Huracan came, and then you know what pulled up next to the Huracan? This was like a regular meet
Oh,
at
it's
Sports
right?
Authority. No,
Oh.
a 700 horsepower Civic with the hood off, a K series,
Oh
big
my
turbo. He parked next to the Lamborghini.
Oh,
Like
my nips
the
are hard.
Lamborghini pulled up, right?
That's old.
No, the Lamborghini pulled up, right? It was an orange Lamborghini with the top down.
Okay. That's
Dude
pretty
had
cool.
some fine chick with him,
Of
right?
course.
So they get out. Everyone, what is
They got
everyone
flex with
doing?
everything.
What is everyone doing? Running up to the Lamborghini
Of course.
Huracan, right?
Yeah.
All you hear is right. And you see
Just
like
like that?
all you hear is like like just a crazy ass idol, like some cammed shit,
I thought it was
And
rotary.
no, man, come on, you just be man.
Damn.
Oh.
I thought it was rotary. You said blah blah. I thought that's the first thing I heard. I did.
He just said Civic.
Two-step, man.
All right.
So yeah, it was a hatch. Dude pulled up, and like everyone's like, "Oh crap!" And like you just see a big like exhaust coming out like from the hood. There was no hood on it, so it was just an exhaust sticking out like mad, like sharp. And everyone's like, "Oh, he parks 2 steps at once." What? Just crazy. And guess where all the people that are standing next to the Lambo
They
went?
run up to the
To the Civic. He turned it off right after, and everyone's just staring at it, asking him questions like, "Oh, dude, how much power?" He's like, 700 without nitrous.
No, without nitrous?
Yeah, without
What
nitrous.
the hell?
Yeah.
Hold on. So how much is it with nitrous?
I don't know.
Oh my god,
That's
crazy. They probably have some
insane.
fat
It was.
slicks on it.
You
and,
should have seen the manifold on this thing. There was a full custom
Oh my
manifold. I think it was a
God.
Gato manifold. It was custom. It was an insane build. Like the
Yeah.
motor, it was like probably a billet block or something like that. It was built. Yeah, it was built, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, that stuff gets kind of addicting. I'm not gonna lie. Like the first time me and Amelia went to a car meet, right? And like, you know, I walked away just to go check out other cars, and all of a sudden there was like a crowd around mine, and I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh man, oh man,
No.
there's like a whole bunch of nice cars everywhere, but there's like a crowd around mine, and I'm like,
That's pretty
whoa.
cool. That must feel awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
That must feel pretty.
That must
cool.
feel-
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's really
because you're physically seeing that people actually share the same
Passion.
share
The
the same
passion for, like,
passion.
and it, you know, not for nothing, my shit's like kind of outlandishly custom. You know what I mean? Whereas like most of the car meets you go to, you know,
To
somebody
you,
just-
it is.
To me, it is.
Yeah, it is.
But you know, like I think one of the things that like people take away from the car scene as well is like nowadays you see like what's that word? Like just a nice body kit and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you see, you know, or you know what I mean? And not for nothing, but like I feel like it's gotten this stupid like misconception that the car scene is expensive. You know what I mean? And I don't
It
think
can
it
be.
is. No,
It
it really
can
isn't. Dude,
It can
you
be,
have
though.
a Mark III Supra with the 2J in it.
Okay,
and you're
no,
only
but I'm
spending
saying, it
5K
can
on
be,
You
it.
know what
it
it is?
can
No,
be.
it's expensive, but
It's expensive
in
when you
reality,
make it.
there's
right?
other hobbies that are very just
Very
expensive.
good.
Being
No, I
into
agree.
sneakers,
But, oh
That's
yeah,
very
Being
expensive.
into video games, computers, whatever
Oh,
you
yeah,
talk
very,
about, right?
very
There's
true.
always that next level, and I feel like right now we're at that
Flex level.
exactly, and I feel like that's what's ruining a little bit. I think that's why people do kind of come around to like the weird ass like crazy builds because they're like, oh, wow, this is
That's
what?
different.
It's different.
It's
you know what I
different.
mean?
Oh, that's actually, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying that's just the point I want to make.
That's actually very true because everyone's. Now that you're pointing that out, you're saying like, I mean, you're not saying this, but it's like, you see the same things everywhere. Like you see
Sure
that
do.
guy has the same setup as this
You might-
guy,
you
just
might
different
see,
wheels.
You might
or-
see Lionheart rims on this one, and you might see name a good rim.
can we agree that?
Volks on
can-
another,
can
and
we-
that's it.
But
And
they,
it's like,
but they have
come
the
on.
same setup, which is like.
You know,
Yeah.
we oh yeah, the live on the IG finish. But there's also like another thing too that like some people gotta chill with the whole like the attention seeking thing with cars. Like, dude,
Yeah.
trust me, nobody cares about your car, dude.
No. I want to stray away from that. Right? I think people do care, but I just think like
If you're not a car guy, you're not gonna care, man.
it's not even about that. I
Nah.
really think that people do care, right? And that's why people do it, right? People do it because other people care. I just think that the attention is going in the wrong direction.
I think it's going
You're going
into
through-
your head the wrong the wrong way.
You're
like
going more for the attention look instead of the attention aspect. You're going for more the attention.
I get
that,
it. Like instead of being a
that's not
hobbyist,
being-
you're just being an attention.
you know,
seeker.
like you
Yeah.
could
I get it,
afford
I get
you
it.
could
Yeah, yeah.
afford to buy the bags, you could afford to buy the wheels, and you could afford to take it to that alignment shop that's gonna fit that for you. And you're gonna go and you're gonna be the guy on Instagram. You know, you're flexing it. You're gonna be the guy at the However, obviously, don't
Yeah,
judge a book by
I
its
read,
cover.
I read this fun little quote right on YouTube, and it was really funny because the video was like this guy who goes to like a shop and gets like the shop to put all the parts in the car, put all the body parts in the car, and then tune it and then test drive it for the dude, and then hands the dude the keys, right? And like the quote was like, man, getting that kind of stuff done is like marrying a woman, letting some other dude play.
God.
Another dude raise
Yo,
all your
I wasn't even expecting that one. Holy, yo, it came from left field.
That's valid.
But
Oh,
if
it
you really
is.
think about it, that's kind of
It
it.
is.
Like, I build my own cars from like day one. You know what I mean? Do I have a daily? Yeah. Do I like bring that daily to a car show and like flex it? No.
But
That's
man,
not the
I
point.
think it's awesome though.
What?
The daily.
Oh,
The
yeah.
duty
well,
daily.
but that's not for that. Like my hobby is cars, and I think like car enthusiasts are going away from like the hobbyist, scenario and going more for like attention, YouTube likes.
Yeah,
things
and
like that,
to
what I mean?
me that's gotta go, man.
That's gotta
because
change.
that's part of
I
the
think so.
toxic
That's
To-
probably
the-
because
it's
think about it.
toxicity.
Think about it. The dude that did the burnout, why did he do it? Because he wants all the likes on his Instagram. You know what I mean? He wants to show everybody that he's the crazy.
He
You
has
could do
the
a burnout
bolas.
anywhere.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it was awesome. I ain't not. That was dope.
Let's
But
face it,
Wow. No,
most car guys go towards stupidity. I mean, that's why
But it's-
NASCAR is a thing. You know what I mean? That's why,
There's also time and place, though.
That's why F1 is a thing. I mean, these things are.
There's also
that's
No,
time
not-
and
but like
it
you
is
see
a
how
time
you're
and
like
place.
contradicting yourself. Like, okay, yes, it's cool to see that type of shit, to see a burnout,
But-
to see a two-step.
but here's the-
then
It ruins
Here's the
it.
thing.
It
Maybe
ruins
there's
it.
a time and a place that people just they have to understand that there's a time and a place.
There is.
If
Like,
you're gonna go, if you want to
if
do
you're gonna
that,
do that
go to
kind of
Rip
stuff,
Streets.
Go to not even if you're gonna do that kind of stuff. Go to the sanctioned meets. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of them. Ratchet Friday. You know what I mean? Go to Rick's magazine, the
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
right.
yes, but keep in mind that happens what twice a
Yeah,
twice
and
a
I was
year.
just- I was actually gonna say
it
that.
happens, it happens. If I'm not mistaken, this year it happened 6 times.
I mean,
right?
yeah,
Right?
but, I mean 6 times. Think about it.
Out of 365
But no,
days.
six times for just Ratchet Friday.
Foolery.
Right, but then
Oh.
there's also the Atco one that happens almost every other week. Then the Rick's magazine ones that happens, like I want to say, but you can find these meets, you know what I mean, and go be
Yeah.
stupid and during those meets by all means. But go to the local meets, support your local guys, you know what I mean, support yourself, and keep the car culture alive just by by going there
Yeah.
every other week. Just
Yeah.
don't have to act stupid while you're there.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It just takes a lot of control.
It
A lot
does.
of control
And-
from
you know,
everybody.
I
I don't
get
blame
it.
him,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
it. My freaking, you saw it. It almost singed your eyebrows out, but I get it. And it makes you want to do stupid
Accurate.
things, but
Very.
I'm just saying, like,
Valid.
this is a time and place, and I think that's what
That's what
the maturity level has degraded over the years.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, well,
definitely.
you're talking to a high school kid, or when you get into the car scene, at least.
Well, it's becoming very easy for younger guys to get a hold of a
Really,
cooler,
think so?
of a cooler car. Yeah, it's definitely, man, definitely. When
I
I go to the
don't know
parking
about
lot, I go to the parking lot at my school I graduated from, and every car in there is a new car. And it's
Yeah,
like,
because,
damn, if one of them's into cars,
Wow.
he can get himself a freaking a BRZ and 6-speed, and that's it. That's all he
Yeah.
needs, or a 350Z. That's all he needs,
I like
man.
it.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs, man. Or, and like, I guess the money aspect is a thing, but it's not, because if you have it, you have it. Like, if you can get your child into a good new car, then I guess do it. For whatever.
Make sure your car or your kid is well disciplined.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
yeah.
Grasp
'cause-
it together. No, I'm
Yeah.
just-
Oh,
Listen,
oh,
to each their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Every-
absolutely.
every
I'm not
culture
judging,
has
like,
its taste, you know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
judging, like, if
Don't
you,
get me wrong.
you know.
I'm a huge fan of those Exo Lambos. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love those things. You know what I mean? Would I like? Want one? Hell yeah, I'd want one. You shake your head, but I'd want one. You know what I mean? I'd
It's
want
a big. It's a
I don't
big
know.
go kart.
It is, and to be honest, if I had the money, I'd probably do that.
I think Lamborghini makes great engines.
And I think the exoskeleton looks amazing on a Lamborghini.
Well, what exoskeleton Lamborghini? Are you talking about the Alex
The
Troy
sheepy.
dude?
Yeah.
Isn't he the only one with an exo Lamborghini?
I'm pretty. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
it's awesome.
It does look pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got an EXO Corvettes.
You got Exo Corvettes, you got Miatas.
To be honest.
That makes sense though.
Miatas are
You
dope.
know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it's the maturity level definitely has to go up a little bit. You know what I mean? And honestly, we can only police ourselves. That's the unfortunate truth.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not, I don't, back to the electric. We're talking about like.
All the
we're
way back.
way
That was,
back.
that was a
I know,
while
but
back, man.
now that you're talking about like Miatas, I'm thinking about like imagine like.
They did it already.
I
though.
know that, but I'm saying like imagine like a go kart with an electric motor or something like that. Just imagine how like quick that would be.
You mean like a fast electric motor? Because don't they come electric for a lot of them?
There's electric go-karts.
Well,
we
faster
we
ones.
drove one.
Oh yeah, well that's true too. I forgot all about that.
Well,
When,
so
when you
someone-
say when you say fast one, what do you think?
Like 60 miles per hour fast
Probably,
go-kart?
yeah, plus that.
Like a very high voltage battery.
Ariel Atom.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, like we're talking about something.
That'd be,
Well, that's actually cool.
Because I haven't really seen that. I haven't seen that.
I don't have it either.
I mean,
Well,
like I said,
remember that that show on Netflix, The Fastest Car or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have a there's an season 1. There's an episode of this dude with a Datsun, right? Was it a Datsun? He had the electric engine in
I
it.
remember.
Yeah, it was a white one with an electric motor.
That's
And
a 40Z.
like a 510, I believe. Yeah, or not a 510. The coupe ones before the 510s or after.
Oh, okay.
Like the ones you see the Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans drag race with.
Yeah, with the long lights in the back.
Yeah,
I like
those
I
things
like
are
those.
sick,
Those
bro.
are nice.
And
it's already a thing.
he
Oh, it is. Oh, electric Ariel.
nice. But that was bound to happen very
Bound to
quickly.
happen.
Very
I'm just saying,
quickly,
it's
because
bound to happen.
they give you the option to put whatever you want in that car. So it's
But-
like, all right.
I could imagine how torquey. Or imagine just like, is that it's gonna be as fast as like
Well, I don't
like a
know.
Tesla Roadster.
Nah.
Imagine a Tesla Roadster.
I think it's configured to
That's
just be a
good.
great track car. I don't think it's mad. I
Back
don't
again.
think the speed is really the issue there with
Well,
having an electric
But
Ariel.
just imagine having a Roadster that's electric though.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Is it gonna be
But
faster?
with an Ariel though, do you really want an Ariel to have that much torque though for a car that weight and that small? Like,
Is it on grip
It'll
though?
have to be ramped up.
Ramped up.
like slow.
Yeah. Because
Oh.
It
you know,
can't be instant torque. It just can't.
that's why I was gonna get to. So that car on Fastest Car, it was that Datsun. He had instant torque off the line, but he was still rear wheel drive. He spun the car like really bad, like what? Spin